Good evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center on what is a warm, breezy evening and is going to continue to be a warm and breezy next several days. Near record heat the next couple of days, I think, is possible, if not likely. And then rain chances on Thursday. We're going to have to back off a little bit on how much rain we're going to get. I think we're going to see some rain, but it doesn't look like we're going to get much, and we really need it. And we'll go over the drought conditions and how much rain we've had for the month and the year here as we move along this evening, which is a beautiful evening. Oh my goodness, this is the west side. Buildings there just west of downtown, Allen Parkway. High temp today. The temperature is the story. 84 was the high temp today, 12 degrees above normal. Almost a record. 86 is the record high. We hit 84, so 2 degrees off the record. It can get cold this time of the year. Record low is 31, below freezing. Set on this day back in 1997. Just the pendulum swings, and this year it's a warm one. Records across the area. We did tie one today. College Station did hit 86. That tied the record set in 2024. Bush 84, Hobby 85, both below the records, and Galveston hit 80, below the record of 84. Okay, so we were discussing it in the newsroom. Does it feel like early summer out there? Does it feel like spring? What's the terminology we should use? Tomorrow's high is 86. Is that summer-like? Well, actually, technically, it is spring-like. In fact, May 13th, that's our normal high temperature for May the 13th. So it does feel like late spring or early summer, depending on how you measure it. The next several days, close to records, or if not above them. The record high on Tuesday is 86. We're going to forecast 86, so that tie the record if we get there. Record high on Wednesday is 85. That one is in jeopardy. 87 is the forecast high for Wednesday. Not quite as hot Thursday, 82. That's when rain will begin to move into Texas, and maybe Thursday evening, Thursday night into Friday, maybe we'll get some of that. I hope we do. High temps. You can see they're going to be quite warm Tuesday, Wednesday. Not as warm Thursday, Friday as that system moves in and through. And then in the wake of that, it's Pacific air, so it's not cold, but it's a little more seasonable. Temperature Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the mid-70s, still above the normal high for this time of the year of 72. But we will take it. 10 degrees cooler right now would feel much more like the season. Now, overnight tonight, we could still see a little bit of patchy fog here and there, but really the past couple of mornings it hasn't been an issue. We've had enough of a breeze, and a breeze can kind of mix the atmosphere and prevent fog from forming in the first place. So we'll call it mild with patchy fog. Copperfield 67, Bel Air 67, Galena Park 67, 3rd Ward 67, Acres Home 67 in the morning. Take a look at this. Baytown forecasting 71, say the models for you tomorrow morning. So lows near the 70-degree mark here in November. Spring Branch 67 in the morning. Meyerland 67. Atascocita wakes up to 66. Olcott wakes up at 67 in the morning. And then temps off to the races, mid to even upper 80s. Every now and then maybe an 87 will pop up. Spring, the modeling showing 87. I saw Tomball going between 86 and 87 on the modeling. Angleton 84. Pasadena 86. Cleveland 83 tomorrow. Unusually warm for this time of the year. Again, if we do hit 86, that will tie the record officially at Bush Continental Airport for the day. Radar. dry as a bone in Texas right now. A little bit of shower activity across the northern plain states. This is the player. You see the upper level swirl here. So this is our upper level low that is hitting California. We talked about this at the end of last week. It's parked here. It's been parked here and been bringing rain and heavy snow to the Sierra Nevadas. No problem with drought here. A tremendous amount of rain and snow coming in. They're already getting snow in the bank for springtime up there in the mountains. But that is going to be our potential late week rain maker as it moves across. Here are what rain chances look like by the numbers. 20% chance for a stray shower on Wednesday, south breeze, warm. And then Thursday, a 50-50 chance for scattered showers. It looks like it's going to be Central Texas and North Texas that get most of the rain with this system. But hopefully we can squeeze some out here as we do really desperately need it. Friday, 30% rain chance, so at least there are slight rain chances Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's the modeling on this. Upper level wind flow, 30,000 feet. There's the trough. There's the cutoff low. Plenty of rain for California and Nevada and the mountains out here. And then it will finally get a kick and move east. But the bulk of the energy is going to be here across the Central Plains, a little further north than the modeling was suggesting a few days ago. That takes most of the energy further north, and so we don't get as much rain out of it because of that. Look at the snow in the Colorado Rockies. Thanksgiving skiers may be in luck. All right, let's take a closer look with a high-res model. There's the system coming in. This is Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Could be some rain and thunder in west central Texas, the hill country into Dallas. As the warm front lifts north across the west and central part of the state, I think we're probably dry Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And then there's the bulk of the energy. And then the front and the low staying a little further north. So by Thursday afternoon and evening, it's north central Texas getting the heaviest rain. Maybe a pocket of heavier rain for the western counties, but even that modeling has a little to the west of Colorado County. Cross our fingers that you guys do get a little bit more rain out of that. But that really is about it. And as you look at potential rain totals, modeling suggesting for the Houston area and most of southeast Texas, it's less than an inch. There's Colorado County, there's Austin County, so Columbus, New Ulm, Cat Spring, Brenham. The modeling has been consistent last couple of runs in keeping the heavier rain totals, which is what you need, just to your west, Pflugerville west, out toward Seguin and closer to San Antonio. Hopefully the models don't have it all under control and we can get some of that heavier rain in there where you really do need it. I happen to be traveling out to College Station this weekend, went up through Western Harris into Waller County, then up through Grimes County. The tanks are all full. The ponds on the farms are all full, but the ground is really getting bone dry out there. So at least for now, the tanks have water in them, and we need rain. So for the month, take a look at the stats. For November, to date, we are more than 2 inches behind. We should have had 2 inches of rain by this time of the month. We've had none, I believe, and observed almost none. And then year to date, look at the red. We are more than a foot of rain behind where we normally have by this time in the year. Normally, by this time, we're heading toward our total of 50 inches of rain. We've only had 33 and a half, so we're more than a foot behind. Combine that and going into this La Nina winter, which statistically is drier, this could be setting us up for a very dry spring. Let's take a look at drought conditions. This is the report of last week. Thursday is when it comes out. We'll get a new one this Thursday. But drought expanded across Montgomery County. You can see how dry it gets toward Colorado County, Austin County, and counties to the west, which is why I was kind of pointing out, trying to get some rain in there. Little bigger picture for some perspective. There are lots of dry pockets across the southern plains, across the southern half of the country, really, from the Mountain West through Texas and into especially the Florida Panhandle, where they're in extreme drought in many spots there. So there are lots of dry spots. For a little more perspective, I thought you might like to see what the drought report looked like back during the tremendous drought of 2011. That's what it looked like. It really had bullseyed on Texas, and almost the entire state, including all of southeast Texas, was in exceptional drought, and it was absolutely terrible. So we're not there yet, but that can be bad, and I'm concerned southeast Texas, if we don't get some rain this winter, we may have some pockets that get into exceptional drought going into the spring and early summer next year. In the meantime, tomorrow, 66 in the morning, some patchy fog, nice morning, breezy and warm tomorrow afternoon. High temp going up to 86. That would tie the record if we were to get to 86. And then here's your extended forecast. 86 on Tuesday, 87 Wednesday would be a new record high. Thursday, 50-50 chance for scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunder shower. I hope so. That'll continue Thursday night into Friday morning. Some storms could linger Friday morning. And I think it comes to an end Friday afternoon. Leave a 20% chance for a stray shower Saturday and Sunday. You'll notice temperatures do moderate. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s and 60s Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it will feel a little bit more like the season Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but maybe not as chilly as some would like. All right, that is where we stand. Have a beautiful evening, everybody.